She had to control those ass cheeks, or else it was gonna be shit all over that chair.
And you know, she sits like this. You know, she just.
Yeah, notice the way she got that lean. You see the way she letting that shit out, trying to be sly. Look at that. Got that gangster fart lean right there. Well, live TV is just not nice, not kind at all. It's old Wendy Williams right here. When you can see she's just hurt by live TV. She can't even look at the camera without crying now. Last time she got done dirty, she walked out on stage dressed like the Statue of Liberty. I remember this shit. She came out on stage dressed like the Statue of Liberty, and she was ready to get on with the show. She had enthusiasm, and then she was just overtaken with something. She had a stroke or some shit. No, to this day, people are still trying to figure out what the hell happened to Wendy.
Every year. It's always a lot of fun. Let's get started.
Shit.
Wow. I wasn't
like she got possessed or something.
Like she got, yeah. That shit was like Bird Box. Like she saw something.
Right.
You know what the f she was saying? Oh my God, it's beautiful.
If she had a knife, she would stab herself there.
Yeah. And then, yeah. Take out one of them horns from the Statue of Liberty. Just
Like
and then the bitch just dropped. That was like a Muppet fall right there.
wow.
Live TV does her dirty. Yeah, you know, it looked like she got herself together. It looked like everything was okay.
Did they say anything about it? What was it?
It was. She got like, I forgot it, but something like
It's a heat exhaustion or something.
Like
Like they always say.
Exhaustion.
Heat exhaustion.
Really?
Or
Yeah.
dehydration or something.
Yeah,
one of those.
yeah. Apparently, this fucking Statue of Liberty costume produces a lot of heat and just knocks your ass out. So yeah, I don't know how much heat that crown is keeping right there, but yeah, it knocked her out. But now, you know, she's been back and everything seems been going pretty cool, except for, you know, talking too much shit lately. But other than that, you know, everything seemed like it was fine until today. Or maybe it was like Friday or something. But I know, because they were talking about this yesterday, but just today now, people are starting to say, did you hear that? Wendy Williams sat there on TV. Well, you know what? Let's see if you can hear what happened right here.
That cop wasn't playing that. I mean, like if the...
Even she's like, wait a minute, did y'all hear that? This one right here. Y'all listen to this one more time and see if you hear this. Listen carefully.
I mean, you're lucky you only got battery.
Did y'all hear that shit?
Oh, wow.
Wendy Williams, they say, right on live television, just let out the longest, wettest fart to ever be heard on live TV.
I mean, you're lucky you only got battery.
If some people are like, was there a microphone in her ass when that happened? Like that was, or was it just that loud?
Yeah, how did microphone got it all the way?
Either those are some sensitive mics, or that was a very loud, moist fart.
I mean, you're lucky you only got battery.
I mean, it was a fart. Now, I'm still waiting I will step back and say maybe, just maybe there's a chance that somebody went and re-edited this video and we'll hear tomorrow like, you know what, it was a joke. Wendy Williams people would actually come out and twist that around that it was a joke. It was a re-edited video put out on social media. I don't know. She had to control those ass cheeks, or else it was gonna be shit all over that chair.
And you know, she sits like this. You know, she just
Yeah, notice the way she got that lean. You see the way she letting that shit out, trying to be sly. Look at that. They got that gangster fart lean right there. You see that shit? Look at her. They got that lean on. She about to fall out that chair.
I bet she
about to blast off.
About to blast off, yeah.
I bet she didn't think it's gonna turn out that loud. She thought like it's gonna be silent. It's like it's okay. I'll let it go. Then it's like, oh, it's too late.
She didn't know her mics were that high quality in there.
You only got battery.
Up and away.
I mean,
she had to change her panties after that. It was one of those farts. If you listen to it, it was one shit because she had to stop everything. It was one of those farts that were just like, I will not be held back. Release me.
Oh, man.
I mean, you're
unleashed.
She had to stop there because like, she was controlling it like.
Hell yeah.
Kinda.
Here, release the Kraken.
from your Kraken.
From your Kraken. This, you know what they call this? This was one of those Medusa farts. Where you just go still, you turn to stone because if you move, you might squirt yourself.
Damn.
I mean, you're
You
lucky.
you see how she just turned to stone for a little bit, and even like you saw the mouth and the eye kind of twitched a little bit.
Because I don't think she believed that it was that loud. She didn't think it was gonna be that loud. She's like, damn it.
Something happened to where she just could not control herself. She had to let that fart out, and she did not know that the camera, that the microphones were that sensitive it could pick that up. And it's a rough position to be in. I know. But that shit, like I said, man, that shit was loud. I mean, you know, and I say it's loud because even the microphone, there's no mic planted near her ass right here. The microphone near her chest, the big titties right there, picked that shit up.
I mean, you're lucky you only.
If I had heard that kind of fart in a movie, I would have said, that's fake. Don't nobody fart like that. That's, you know what this is? That's right up there with that dragon fart from Doolittle. hey, maybe Robert Downey knocked that squirrel out. Maybe Robert Downey Jr. needs to stick his arm up her ass and see if there's any blockage going on. I was trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, man. I really was. You know, I said maybe. I looked at this. I said maybe, just maybe it's the chair. I was looking at maybe she was moving around and the chair made like that vinyl squeal. You know, when you scrape up or you have like ass or skin on leather.
I mean, you're lucky you only.
But
move.
She's wearing a dress. She don't move, and the
even
chair is
move.
made out of cloth. You know, so that cannot be it. Like I said, maybe, just maybe it'll come out that this is fake. I'm willing to give it that. Maybe I just want this to be real. You know, that fart was heard across the world, man. The London newspapers were publishing stories about this. Well, I'm trying to give her the benefit of the doubt, and she is in a rough position, man. How you feeling about this, Oz?
Yeah, no, I hope it's real. You know what I mean? I hope it's real. You know, because everybody's been in that situation. Like, okay, I'm just gonna ease this out, and I'll be straight with it. And next thing you know, it's more than you anticipated. And at that point, there's nothing you could do but let it ride. At that point, you know what I mean? Even if it wasn't, everybody's gonna think it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So at that point, you got to either try to play it off or ignore it. She chose to ignore it. So I don't know if that was the better of the two. You know?
Yeah.
And to your point, the only way the couch would have made noise if it was an old school, couch with the plastic on it.
Yeah. And even
But
then, even at that point, like you have to be like just gliding your ass across that plastic for it to make that sound.
I mean,
and she's sitting at a
you're
weird
lucky
angle
you
too.
only got battery.
Wait a minute, hold on.
I mean, you're lucky you.
You had to. You be
Yeah.
dragging your ass across that right there.
I
Maybe
want to
the
say that she
microphone?
did fart because of the angle that she's sitting. Like her stomach look like she's been griping her for a minute. She need to get that out.
It's
like,
that
"Damn,
kind of
that's-"
shit when you gotta lift your leg, else that's just gonna make you bounce. Listen, I know people look at you and they look at you, you're too beautiful to fart. That's what they say. But
I fart pink.
you poot. You poot pink. Little fluffy clouds come out. Yes, and they smell like the sweetest of lilacs. But you know something, man. Let me tell you. Get your big ass head out the way. But let me tell you, man. She's in a rough position. Well, yeah, they're like, yeah, we're looking at her right now. She can lift that leg. She is in a rough position because we're a bunch of we do a comedy show. And we're a bunch of goofy ass dudes right here. We could fart and play that off, man. We can laugh about it, and we can get up and talk about. Listen, we can say, I gotta go take a shit. Billy has actually done that. I think I might have done that one time. Like, I gotta go take a shit right here on the air. And you know something? You guys are gonna laugh, and even somebody be like, "Oh, that's how close they feel to us. They're not afraid to admit that they have the shit right now." So that will work to our advantage. So I'm not worried about that. We could do that. Big old bunch of goofy guys on a comedy format. This is a comedy show, pretty much. So we can fart and it's funny.
Can we take a shit right there?
That will get us suspended. You can't do that if you're thinking about it. I don't know. I don't want to take you seriously sometimes. But the other thing is, Wendy Williams, man, she's in front of an audience of women, and I'm sure she could get a good laugh out of it. But you're it'll be embarrassing, man. You're in front of an audience of women who are not used to seeing that on this kind of format, so she can't really get away with farting like that. And it would be funny, but awkwardly funny. And people would make news about it. If Howard Stern farts on his show, that's just a day at work. Wendy Williams, what's that? Yeah, if he does that's a day at work. Wendy Williams farts on camera, it's reported in the tabloids like it is now. So she's in a rough position with that. The other thing is that I thought maybe they could probably do it is live, but surely they have a 7-second delay in case somebody uses a dirty word or a bad word, or I don't know, farts on camera. But if they put that delay in there, it'll cover up some of her some of what she's saying, and it'll kind of bring attention to what she's doing. So, she couldn't win either way with that, man. She couldn't win at all with that.
And she sounds like she's talking about a very, very important thing there.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, lucky for her, it's the internet, and it'll be forgotten in a couple days.
Yeah.
Not if we can help it. But I'm gonna tell you, man, that shit was moist. It's that kind of shit where she had to go. Not only did she have to change them panties after she was done, but she had to take a shit.
I mean, you're lucky you
that
only got
shit.
battery.
There's some batter in them drawers right now.
Oh,
You said diarrhea coming?
Yeah, it's a rough thing, man, because she's on live TV. It's hard to get around that. But I will tell you this. I'll tell you this much. Don't you feel sorry for her. Don't anybody feel bad. It ain't because she got money or anything. No. Don't anybody feel bad for Wendy Williams right here. Because Wendy Williams always talking shit. That's why. Wendy Williams is always talking shit about people. I know, and I get it because, Wendy Williams, she's kind of priding herself on saying things that are kind of edgy too. But, she takes cheap shots at people. Listen, we all do. We all do. I'm not excusing myself from it either. I'm not saying I'm better than Wendy Williams, but, don't feel bad for her.
Yeah, but this is her whole career doing this stuff. That's what she prides herself in. There's a whole segment on this show about gossip. That's all this is.
That's her job. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you're right, Oz. She got into it with Howard Stern once. Here she is talking about Nicki Minaj and getting married. She was making a point about Nicki Minaj. I don't know anything about her marriage too much. I know she was bringing up a point about a guy being a sex offender that she was married to, but then she just kind of took like a little petty shot at Nicki Minaj's appearance right here.
I think that she probably will start a family right away. And can you imagine a burgeoning belly with these burgeoning hips?
I mean, I get it. I mean, comedians do this shit all the time, but usually there's kind of a point. It ain't you don't want no. It's a cheap shot, man. It's just a kind of a cheap shot. Trying to get that reaction out of the audience right there, and she's in her bubble with her people, and I get it. Like I said, we all do that, but man, if you're gonna do that, then shit comes back on you. Who cares? Recently, she did take a real cheap shot at Joaquin Phoenix. Now, like I said, I do think with comedy, there's a way to say things sometimes, and you have to really be careful how you do it. Everybody, because see, that's what I always say, and I will say it one more time: jokes are jokes until you get offended. There's just not a blanket. Get over it. It's just a joke. She made a joke about Joaquin Phoenix, which I thought, that's, I got what she was kind of trying to do with this. But, some people said, that was just, I don't know how I feel. Maybe it was the way she gestured with it. I don't know. I don't think anything should be off limits, but it upset a lot of people.
What do you call it? Cleft lip.
Yep.
Cleft palate.
Yep.
He's got this.
Yep.
He's got this. No, I find it to be very attractive.
Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, man.
Nice, man.
I don't know. Is there a way to tell that joke? Probably. Do I think the setup was good for that? And I could have told you the way she's doing it would have got a lot of people going like, oh, wait a minute. I don't believe it's off limits. I don't.
Really?
But the way she's doing it.
It looks like another cheap shit. But
yeah, it's a cheap
has his own target audience, I guess. So.
Yeah. Okay,
Was she giving him a compliment while doing that? It sounded like
she was. She said he's very attractive, even with the cleft lip. She's like, even with that, I find it attractive. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, no, I don't understand what the uproar is for that. It wasn't like she was sitting there, going on, oh, he looks crazy and got this thing and he's talking, doy, doy, doy. I thought it was something worse than that, but she was just, emphasizing something that's clearly on his face.
Maybe, like I said, maybe it's the way she
complimented him.
Yeah.
Maybe, I guess.
Maybe it's the way she gestured. I'll be honest with you. I know people got upset.
I don't see what's wrong with it.
I think it depends, too, on the person. To be honest with you,
Yeah.
And that's another thing we're talking about here. We're talking about her with Joaquin Phoenix. People, tell me when is it messed up and when is it isn't, or when is it not messed up? I'm not defending anything, but what she said here, it would if a comedian had said it, would you felt better if let me ask you this: if Dave Chappelle had said this, would this be an uproar? Because Dave Chappelle has gone on to even say, like, hey, and it's a joke, obviously, but hey, if pedophilia is okay if you get it from somebody like Michael Jackson, that's fine, and then but when somebody comes out and says, well, I'm a victim of pedophilia, I don't appreciate that. People say, hey man, lighten up, it's just a joke. But then we get to hear it, and it's like, oh my God, why did you say that? That's offensive. I'm really trying to figure out why. I personally believe there's a double standard. Now, I don't think the setup for this joke was that good, and I can see that coming. So, and I can kind of see what people said about it.
Was it even a joke?
Maybe that's why it was that.
I don't even know if it was a joke. It sounded like it's her explaining why she thinks this guy's is what he is, and she just kind of put that out there.
I mean, I don't think she had to do it that long, like holding her finger like this and all
that's
that stuff.
What I'm saying.
And I think she thought, like, since I'm saying something nice, like when he's not nice, but when she says, like, I find it attractive, she thinks like she can do whatever because she's not making fun of it, but like actually she is. And there's so many people out there like having that kind of stuff, and they're not as attractive as Joaquin Phoenix. So like you say, like, fuck them, kind of.
But then, like I said, comedians do it all the time.
I don't like most of them either. So
yeah, I mean, and I do. I think even then I was saying with Dave Chappelle, I was like, when Dave Chappelle came out with his shit, he's a comedian known for being and saying edgy things. When he's funny. But see again, funny is subjective. I don't know. I'm just saying. I believe that people, again, this is not defensive Wendy Williams, but I see this all the time. It's not going to make me look good either. It's not. People gonna get mad at me for saying this, and so be it. But I'm not saying which jokes are should be permitted or people should be offended by, and which ones aren't. If you really want to know my opinion, though, I'm not saying that this is right, but I do believe that there's this weird standard out there. Not even saying it's a double standard. There's a standard of some kind where it's like if it's said by a certain person in a certain context in a certain audience, then all of a sudden that's offensive. But if we see it in another element on a stage somewhere done by somebody that we really like, who we know where they're just edgy, I believe that we allow them to say those kind of things. I'm really lost on where the people are drawing their lines with things. And because I say something sometimes and I tell people, hey man, when I say this, hey, yeah, it's a joke, but I don't know, man, if that's something that we should allow. For example, I don't think it was funny what guy that directed Guardians of the Galaxy. What's his name?
Oh, James Gunn?
James Gunn. I did not
James
think
Gunn.
he needed to be fired. James Gunn. I did not think James Gunn needed to be fired. I was on his side where it's just kind of like, man, those things are from a long time ago. Well, what? Why y'all upset about this? But I did say I don't think they're funny. I think it's in poor taste because he was doing a lot of them. They were just kind of really unfunny jokes. I'm not even saying they're unfunny because of the subject matter. They're just unfunny. But a lot of people say, I find it funny. And the jokes were about raping, about Catholic rape, little boys being raped. I don't know. Is it because we're not putting an exact face to the victims of rape that's okay, that people defended that and actually found it funny? And I don't know, man. I'm fucking lost on this.
I think it changes depending on person, like who is listening that joke. Like for some people it's okay, for some it's not. And I think it should be more like tastefully and artfully done, maybe. Then it can be a joke. I don't know.
Yeah, I see somebody I see somebody in the chat talking about making fun of cleft people with cleft palate is not funny. Okay, so rape victims are able to be made fun of.
It's not funny either.
But some people find it funny. I'm not saying either or. I'm saying sometimes we're just saying if you have a point with your joke and you make a point and that's cool, that's fine.
Comedy I think comedy is subjective, of course.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The way people tell jokes is, that's what makes you laugh. And, whatever her cadence was or whatever her punchline or the way she tried to deliver it, it didn't work for some people. Maybe it did for other people. That's where you got to throw your hands up, because you're not in anybody's head. You're not in anybody's body. Whoever, what you're going to feel is what you're going to feel. So you're never going to get an answer for that question.
I know. But I'm just saying, when I see somebody saying, making fun of cleft people is not funny, is that but then somebody will turn around and say, you know what? Nothing should be off limits with comedy. I'm like, I
don't know, man.
I don't know, but then again, they say, don't censor me and all that, but I don't know. What is it, again, is it because we just felt like this group, because it's never happened before, or we just feel that much for the group that, okay, we're protecting this group right here. Okay, we used to not make fun of the handicap. Now we do. We'll say something about that. Again, personally, I think it depends on how you tell it. I think it depends on how you set it up. I think it depends on whether there's to what context it's in. So that's why I say I didn't find her joke that funny. Can I say I'm completely offended to the point I want to cancel Wendy Williams? No, I don't want to see her canceled. She made an apology, and okay, so that's it, man. I think what happened with Wendy Williams is that maybe it was slightly mean-spirited with no real context other than, hey, you know what? Even with that disfigurement he has, I still find this guy attractive. So I don't know. I would not cancel Wendy Williams. She made an apology. I think the joke could have been funnier, but am I mad about it? Nah, I'm not. I'm more mad that her ass was lifted up to let out that fart.
You only got battery.
But I will say this. The whole thing started where I say she talks a lot of shit, as you can see. So, if she can talk about lips and hips, then everybody should be able to talk about her funky ass.
I mean, you're lucky you only got battery.
Yeah. Like that fart that came at your ass. Kind of a little bit of karma that came through. That, like I say, be careful what you say about people. And if you say something, if you talk a lot of shit, I know I do, then I'm prepared for some shit to come back on me.
That's right. Talk a lot of shit, prepare for it to come out your ass. One of the two.
Yeah. But over here on DTmerch.com, we got the size that fits all, man. We got all that toasty goodness for different body shapes over there. We don't discriminate against anyone for that classic black tee with the white logo. We know it's in demand. We know who are we to deny people that toasty goodness like that? Many sizes. If you got a big ass body, that means you got big ass feet. We can fit those too with those slides that we have right there. Probably got there you go. Oh, Bigfoot over there. We got you, man. We got you. Got a big ass head too. Hey, we can fit that too.